This channel was originally named DM Diablo 4 because it started as a Diablo channel that I made in order to cover the new game and, maybe something ends up happening. It's been almost 1 year now since the launch of Diablo 4 and 1 year since the launch of this YouTube channel. And I was hoping for 1,000 subs so we could get monetized. And little did I know, we are getting close. In fact, maybe we'll hit it with this video. I don't know. We are getting very close to 300,000 subscribers on the channel. So let's talk about Diablo, its current state, how the last year has been, and some of the critiques of the current season. Now, if you look on the forums or Reddit or even YouTube videos at the moment, you're going to see basically quite a bit of people being positive about Season 4. It seems like the meme of the odd and even design team rings true. The people that delivered Season 2 and Season 4 are getting thumbs up, and the Season 1 and Season 3 was a little bit rougher for most people. But even this season is not immune to some critiques and feedback. For instance, they actually just had an update pushed into the game that the amount of gold it costs to transmute the masterworking material caches has been significantly reduced. That's because there's one primary complaint in Season 4. It's that gold acquisition is fairly slow. And while I'm at that gold deficit, a gold drought for sure for myself, at the same time, there's something about me that likes the fact that gold actually inherently has some value. I feel like if you decide to trade with somebody, you actually want their gold if you're selling an item, or they actually value your gold. So therefore, trading maybe is more impactful. I was talking about this on a previous video before the launch of the season. At the same time, yeah, I'm still pretty dry with gold, and even doing like upgrades and stuff like that can be a problem. It seems like Blizzard agrees with this patch. And there's one other critique that I think is pretty fair that I'm seeing, though I don't think it's as big of an issue as maybe the gold. And that's about tempering items. There's only 5 temper rerolls that you can have, so the potential to brick an item, like let's say I wanted to reroll this damage to close enemies, it's at a min roll, wanted to try the reroll to a max roll. Well, if I hit this temper reroll and I hit something other than damage to close, like I went on this one, this item's effectively bricked. I also have a mixed take on this one, like gold. I feel like some of these problems, like I don't mind that much, because in this particular instance, bricking an item, it's sort of like you only know your lover when you let her go. You only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Like, it's the type of situation where if I don't have the potential to lose an item, then I know for a fact that it's just amount of time until I get literally exactly what I want once I have the base item. And so it feels a little bit less exciting, a little bit less gamba, a little bit less dopamine. However, I think there's a decent enough solution for this one. When we arise to situations like this, sometimes I think, what would Path of Exile do? So in this situation, let's say you want to be able to re-roll an item. Instead of just having a button you click and it resets it like Masterwork and you just need gold or something, there is another way to add more content into the game with this. You could very easily just add a new currency into the game that, using that currency, allows you to reset the amount of tempers, or adds one more temper your item can do on that. And because one of the feedbacks I'm seeing is, why would I continue to push through the higher tiers of the pit when you only need 61, for instance, to get your iron? You just get slightly more iron for way longer, pit numbers here. You could just tie that additional temper rerolls to like tier 100. Now you have a chance to get a +1 temper reroll on an item, which just kind of extends the length of the content. This is sort of how I feel about gold too. Sometimes when I see there's a problem or a drought in the game, I think this might be an opportunity to add something in. We all need gold. What if they add a Goblin Vault raid that you can go into with your friends, up to 4 people? You raid the Avarice boss, for instance, and he drops you a whole ton of gold, and you can do it, it resets every day at midnight or something like that. You can go do your Vault raid or something like that for the day. Now, I know not everyone likes dailies, but the concept is add more things into the game to do that solve the problems instead of just feeding us infinite materials. So I'm not necessarily as concerned with the critiques we're seeing in Season 4 as I was in the previous season, because a lot of these seem like opportunities to create new gameplay loops around it. A lot of what I'm seeing is people like the process now to getting into Endgame. Like the 1 to 100 feels a lot better. People like the pit, except there's some balance issues related to the bosses that I'll admit they can be kind of crazy just to get random Lilith showing up in your boss and just one-shot you at the end of it. So I can get those feedbacks. But for the most part, people seem pretty positive. So when it comes to things like, okay, we need more gold, or I wish there was a way to temper reroll, I just see opportunities for them to like create more in-game play loops or more mechanics that will feed you currencies to do these different things. In other words, none of these are like core functional problems of the game. This is the first season that I'm seeing that the complaints are not around a core fundamental part of the game. It's around balancing or tuning numbers, not necessarily, hey, I don't enjoy what the game actually is. So that's encouraging. Basically, the critiques are now just numbers to be changed, fine-tuning, rebalancing, and currency allocation. Effectively. That seems to be the majority of the complaints. The rest of them are pretty much bug fixes and things that can be solved with that. Maybe, you know, like the minions one-shotting everybody with Holy Boat's elixir in the pit isn't really intended. But like, you know, for the most part, the other stuff are pretty easily fixable. So as it stands, feeling pretty encouraged about Diablo and the future of Diablo. And I'm looking forward to the new seasons as they start adding layers. Because I'll admit, the game's not like got so much in-game that you're going to play it for months straight. I'll probably play this season 2, maybe 3 weeks, but I'll have a good time while I have played it. And so I'm looking forward to the new seasons to see what now they're going to add on in addition to this. I'm feeling pretty good about it. On top of it, obviously, I made this channel based upon Diablo. And looking this morning and realizing how close in just 1 year we are to hitting 300,000 subscribers on what was a brand new channel creation. Looking back, like I didn't expect I didn't expect Diablo 1 to be this marketed and this big and have this many people playing it. I didn't expect to, suddenly get to do the Twitch streaming like I always wanted to and all that. So that has been an encouraging year. But then it was also kind of sad to have Diablo like pop off and then kind of fall off so quickly. You know what I mean? So because of that, seeing a good season and being able to make content without it just always being spam, D4 bad. Starting to see the positivity come back in the comments a little bit. People seem to be enjoying kind of the highlight cut-ups and kind of the fun entertainment style videos we've been doing lately. So I don't know, I feel like I'm hitting a stride a little bit and kind of enjoying myself a lot more with the game and also content creation. Maybe the vacation helped. So with that being said, hope you guys are enjoying the season as well. We'll have to see how the further seasons going into the future are going to look. I think if we start adding in like season 5, season 6, we start seeing like major seasonal mechanics, new gameplay modes, stuff like that, we could have a pretty fun game actually going into the future. And we have PoE 2 coming out. Whenever I think that's still, the beta is supposed to be this year or something. So we have a lot of good stuff in the ARPG space right now. We got Last Epoch, which is going to be releasing. They released their whole roadmap. So we got like pinnacle bosses and all that. We got PoE 2, like I'm saying. You can bounce between the Diablo 4 and the Last Epoch and the PoE leagues. Now all of the games are basically fun to play. So ARPG players are sitting pretty and eating pretty good right now. Early thanks for 300,000 subs. Don't know when we're going to hit it, but I'll definitely do a video for that. It's been a hell of a journey. And yeah, I'm going to go try to get the last Uber bosses down, including the bugged Ice Beast one. So I'll see you all on the live stream this evening, which will probably be just a little bit later than normal. I'm going to take a couple hour nap and then go live. Love y'all. Have a wonderful day.